Hey guys, and welcome back to Scrap Mechanic. Today I'm going to be showing you my ultimate 20 plot farm, complete with turrets, bouncing walls, and an auto waterer. So this here is kind of a good setup if you're just starting off, you don't have a ton of resources, but you've got a fair amount and you don't want something absolutely massive. So we've got a farm. We got a raid here coming soon, so I'm going to pick up all my potatoes now, and I'm going to show you the process of watering. So we'll start off with some of the stuff. As usual, we've got the water hooked up. That's simply just a switch hooked up to the pump, which is reversed to pull in to the water, and then the water is hooked directly up to the water cannon. And that's the easy part. However, you're not working. Why are you like that? You're a little too far extended, aren't you? Hold up. 6, 5. There we go. And 5 should do. All right, nice. So, the way this thing works is whole bunch of jabba jab. No. Anyway, so we're just gonna start off. We've got a button here. This here goes directly into this little gate here. It doesn't need to. I have it hooked up from an old system. So the button goes into the logic box. I don't remember what these things are actually called. I just call them logic boxes. This here is set to 360 on loop because this here is simply just going to spin this around 360 and just continue doing it over and over again. And the reason why I have that is because this sensor here is hooked up to the water. Whenever this is triggered, it shoots water. So if I turn it on, it spins and continuously waters. Like so. Now, this part. So this part's a little more complicated. I got another logic box over here. By pushing it ahead 5 on the top one, which is the first one, 5 brought me right here. So it would reach 5. This sensor would trigger. This sensor is hooked up to a piston. The piston will just push it all the way out. So each time it hits one of these blocks, it's going to push the piston out or pull it in. So the first one goes to 5, and then the next one, we delay it by 2 so that it gives it enough time to go all the way out and stop. We delay it by 2, and then the next one is 5, so it'll go at another 5. It'll hit this one and go all the way out, wait 2, move up, and then it'll go all the way in 5. Oh, I'm gonna starve to death. Num 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 num. So we'll bring this back actually, and as you'll see, it's gonna hit that. Go all the way out. It's gonna wait. It's gonna go back to the next one. And when it triggers, now it's gonna go all the way back. And it's gonna go back here and it's gonna go all the way out. I wish that it didn't go out, but if I added another plot, it might have fixed it, but I don't really want to do that. I like my 20 plots. To fix that, we just go up 1 and then back. It'll trigger it and it'll go back. So now we add those together. We've got the water plus the pistons plus the piston going out, and we get something a little like this. It's a little noisy, but it'll work. It'll go out 1, it'll go all the way up, water it, it'll wait, it'll go up the next one. Now we'll go all the way down and water all of these. It'll go up 1. It'll go all the way out, and this sensor here is also hooked up to the power button. So it hits that, and it turns it off, and immediately starts going back. Unless it gets caught. Sometimes it seems to do that. Hopefully this will work. So this one will go in, and that one there will go all the way out. Yep, that works. There we go. And there we go. And now it's fully watered. We can turn that off. And once again, we can just fix that. Now for the defenses. This is kind of cool. I've got a couple different defenses. I have saw blades on most of the walls. And where I don't have saw blades, I either have turrets or these walls. So this here is a max level sensor, full range, and it's hooked directly up to a max level piston. The range is 1 and the speed is max. So when you walk up to it, boom, it hits you, does damage, and pushes you away into the water, which is good for hay bots. Same with up front, I have another one. That one does damage to you. And same with the side here. Now for the turrets. These guys are a little bit different. So, sorry there. These guys are kind of cool. So, we've got a logic box down here. This one here is set to 15 so that it starts off at an angle. And it is also set to 120, 120. So essentially it's going to go 120 and then 120. And the 15 is just telling it to start off there. That's all that's doing. Now we've got the logic boxes here. These here control its stopping. So if we actually go out, you'll see that when I step in front of it, it's going to stop, kind of. See? And it'll just shoot me until it eventually doesn't pick me up anymore. See? So it does a couple shots. The reason why is because we've got the power button, which goes directly into a logic box or a logic gate. XNOR goes into NOR, and NOR goes into and then AND goes directly into the logic box thing, whatever it's called, which feeds into these two here. And these two sensors here will go directly into the NOR gate. And same with the other side. They're hooked up directly into the NOR gate, and I just added on to the box down there so it does the exact same thing the other one is. I just reversed the pole of it, otherwise it would be going the wrong way. So, all the guns are hooked up to that. The third sensor... Whoa. So, the third sensor there is hooked directly up to the gun. So when that goes off, it shoots. So if I stand here, it shoots me until I'm out of range. And the saws keep anyone from running up there inside of it. That's essentially it for the defenses. So I'm actually going to wait here until this raid comes, and I will be right back. 3, 2, 1, here we go. Oh, do we have ourselves a fire bot? Yes, we do. Let's see how this holds up. Come on. Oh, yeah, he's getting shot. Here we go, and he's getting hit, too. That's right. You guys can't do nothing. What if you guys come over here for a second? Now, this is probably a weakness here. Look how quiet that is. Come on. Oh, and he's toast. And there we have it. Raid-proof place. Now, this is only raid-proof up to the farm bots. Anything more, and you're probably going to get some major damage. Tape bots will shoot at these guys and those guys. Saw blades, maybe. Red guys will literally just run through the place and not care about anything. You'd need like a lot of turrets to take one of those big guys out. Maybe I'll rig something like that up in the future. Anyway, that's that. This is my cool little base here. If you guys have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them below. I need to go get my car, because apparently you can no longer see those lines underwater. Anyway. Alright, and we're pulling up on the base now, right around the corner here. As you can see, I've also got guns hooked up on the front here, just in case we run into any big bosses or small little guys. As you can see over here, we've got the awesome fruit mobile that I've painted rainbow colors. This here is where I store all the fruits that I'm going to take off and get them shipped. We got our toilet here that has a little ducky guarding it. This is her little farming spot for when she comes back. Her last computer parts should be arriving Monday. I got her a gun. And there's nothing in there. I changed the lights to blue because it looks pretty good. Let's put some saw blades just in case. And now we have dehydration. Ooh, now we have this awesome place here. So we'll close that up for now. As you can see in the window here, there's fruits placed down. How did I do that? Oh no. Apparently there's some kind of glitch where if you're holding a fruit or whatever, you get into a thing and then you get out. Sometimes it'll let you place it instead of eat it. I went through an entire play session not being able to eat because of this glitch. So instead I decided to place one of each item in the back there along with this sub that I found in a box. With the new little bot that I have here, he cooks cool little things like hamburgers and such. And I have him hooked up to rotate randomly, and as you can see, there's this little log here. So when he rotates, here we go, continue turning, there we go, and it opens up the cash register. Yay! Oh, that took forever. Anyway, yes, it's like you bought something. I used to have my farm over there, and the pistons would glitch out, and this piston would glitch out, and it was a mess. You'd log on, and the elevator would be stuck in the wall, or one of those things would be flying off somewheres. Ever since I moved the farm away from this area to the other thing, this piston has been perfectly fine, and it hasn't broken since. I don't know if it's an update that fixed it or not, but I'm very happy that it's fixed. So the top is not finished. That's something she's going to work on because she enjoys working on that. Up here we have the crafting bot with a little tube that goes down to the garage. This will be the attic where we store lots of car parts and all that other stuff that we don't need. I throw junk down because I'm messy. Whee! Now we can go into here. So we've got two ways in. We've got this way, little door handle, which I've just managed by sneaking that in there. So just by the corner you can use it. That allows you to go in with open up the door, but we'll close that because we need to get in here. We open up the garage door and we have the tree killer / grinder, and I'll show you how that works. But otherwise we've got a way to close the door if you want to close it inside, but I don't. We've got some spare parts I have lying around that eventually I'll get into building something. Some cool stuff on the roof, decoration. This is my closet where I store all of the electronics for the entire house, and also a water jug that I can turn on and off. Yeah, let's take this thing out for a spin. This is my gatherer. I've got a drill that I can use up there on the front, or I can use this. I'll show you guys this. So we need to find a big old tree. You know what, fine. We've got it lowered. We'll turn this on. Chop up just the bottoms. Let's not go that way. You're gonna go that way. Really, really slow. We're gonna raise it. Yeah, that kind of works. Okay, that does not work at all. Alright, so as you can see, they've destroyed some of the log. That's okay, we'll destroy the rest. We're gonna go through here, we're gonna pick up what we can. We're gonna swing around. We've got it lifted. I'm gonna turn on the saw. Oh, we swung around a little too much. This should still be fine. Okay, then we'll grind it up. And then pick it up. Hopefully this will still work. This should still work. Oh yeah, it's working nicely. As long as one of those guys don't come out of nowheres. See, and look at that. It just chops it up like nothing. And then it picks it up. now with that chopped up, we'll leave those other pieces there, but now we're gonna head back to the base, and I'll show you what I do with all this stuff. Once we get there, we can just go like this. Fast turn. And then we reverse all the way in. Not the water. My one weakness. Alright, let's try this again. We will reverse in like a professional. Lower it down, and voila, look at that. Now it'll just grind everything up and put it up in the tube, and voila, we're good to go. We can turn this off, and then later on we can go up and get the rest of that. And that is essentially it for this build for right now. The rest of the parts for her computer are hopefully arriving on Monday. And there's an ant on my wall. No, there's not. Anyway, yeah. That is it for this little build. This cool guy. Yo. Anyway, if you have any comments, suggestions on what to build, leave them down below. Any suggestions would be nice. If you need help building something, let me know what it is. Maybe I can think of something and make a video on it. Never know. Anyway, thank you guys very much for watching, and I will see you guys next time.